Sweetened cereal's like a dessert. It's not a breakfast.
Oh, no, it's a breakfast.
Yeah, that's what I have for breakfast every day.
Yeah. Now, normally I do have a banana, or
Exhibit
if I'm feeling indulgent,
Yeah.
I'll get the pound cake at
Stop.
the
you will
Price
replace your
Chopper.
banana with a pound cake?
A piece of pound cake, not
Okay.
like a whole pound cake.
No. So you'll eat. No, it doesn't. You
Don't make
think
it
you're
sound like I
defending
eat a
yourself.
whole pound
but
cake.
You think you're defending yourself, but you're not. You would eat a bowl of Count Chocula.
I think I'm defending myself, but I'm not. The Patrick Hamilton story. And welcome back to another episode of Even More Mashed Up, a pop culture podcast. Pop culture popcast.
It's not
a
like
popcast.
It's not like you haven't said that like 100 times.
It's a
by now.
popcast. I am not at my best this week.
Maybe you should try it again.
No, I think we should just keep going.
Okay. Do you want to introduce yourself then?
I'm Patrick.
Hey, and I'm Alan. We are called Even More Mashed Up. We are a pop culture podcast
Featuring two professors.
talking about.
All things pop culture.
That's right. Now, I'm not going to suggest that you're struggling today because your breakfast consisted of Count Chocula poured on a plate. And
To be fair.
was it 2 slices of pound cake this morning?
No,
as
it
well?
was a banana.
But you
Oh, no, I
skipped
skipped
the banana.
Yeah, so it was just the Count Chocula.
Yeah.
Just the Count Chocula.
So I'm Alan. Did I introduce myself?
I think you did.
And this is a big one.
Oh, yeah.
This
This is
week.
one that people should know was coming.
It's the only one that comes back really by popular demand. We did an Oscar trilogy. Mm-hmm. Not a popular demand.
By the way,
to
that
bring
wheezing
back.
you hear in the background is Rich.
That's right.
I was muted. It's fine.
He's choking down his Fruity Pebble flavored white chocolate.
They taste
Goes
so
down,
good.
goes down smooth like pebbles.
It's so good.
Yep. So, we didn't bring back the Oscars.
No,
It didn't seem like a popular. I mean, Trailer Park comes back, I guess.
this is probably because
This
this was one of our earliest episodes on the podcast.
I believe it was.
So I think it is our longest running continuing segment that we do annually.
Although technically, right, Trailer Park we did on the radio show, so it's been coming back for
I
a
can't
long time,
remember.
but not
Yeah, I can't
annually.
remember if the first Toy Hall of Fame was podcast or if we did one on the
I believe
radio.
it was radio.
I think we might have done one on the radio.
I don't think so. I remember a conversation
can't
about
remember.
balls getting in.
But I believe the
and
ball conversation
It was
was
definitely here. Like I
Oh
remember.
yeah, Balls was definitely here.
Oh.
That was the first one.
Was that the first one? I
You
thought we
might
might have
have-
done something with it
you
before.
might
I
have
don't think we
talked
would have
about
done a
balls.
second. I don't think we would have done a second Toy Hall of Fame had we not had balls.
It's
Yeah.
possible.
Let's be honest. It's become a repeating annual.
Best moment in the show.
Yeah, because of that one singular moment.
just
like the
ball.
rest of it is like pickup sticks and
ball.
Twinkie or Twinkies.
Twinkies.
Twinkle. What do you call the ones that you would pop off the floor? Like they were round
Tiddlywinks.
discs.
Tiddlywinks.
No, they were round discs, and you would like pop them.
Oh, Pogs?
No, these were pre-pogs.
I have no idea because
Really?
I'm
Yeah,
way younger.
I don't even know how to Google that, so I can't help you
Yeah,
with this.
you're
one.
going earlier than Tiddlywinks. Like you lost
It's not
me.
earlier than Tiddlywinks. I don't. It was
like
at my grandparents' house, so it could have been an old game. You had a series of like round plastic discs, and you would pop them off the floor and try to land them onto like a score sheet.
Again, Tiddlywinks a Pog.
No, Tiddlywinks
I don't really know what
aren't
those are.
Tiddlywinks the sticks you drop?
No.
Then you have to pick up.
No, those are pickup sticks.
Well, maybe they are Tiddlywinks then. I'm not at my best today.
Man.
Yeah, you're not. What's that toy it's the sticks where you pick them up? I can't remember the
I thought
name.
those are called
Is
Lincoln
it
Logs.
Tiddlywinks?
All right, I'm gonna look up Tiddly.
Stinker Toys. I think it's Tinker Toys.
Toddly.
Anyways, if you can't figure out, yes, the subject of today is the Toy Hall of Fame 2021.
This
Yeah,
might be
it's
the
Tiddlywinks. It's 100%
Tiddlywinks. There we go. So
Okay.
Rich knows about it. So you can drop your old man complaint then.
Well, I know about it
no,
because
I think
you
that
talked
just,
about it.
I
not
think that
because
just
it's a-
reinforces the
Yeah.
old man complaint.
'Cause
Anywho,
Rich is
yes, so we are talking about the Toy Hall of Fame. For those that have not listened before,
listened. Yeah.
Listened.
I don't know. Have you listened?
have you listened? I put together the list of nominees. I sort of vague
Well,
them up.
let's be clear. The Toy Hall of Fame puts together the list of nominees.
Sorry, I cut
you
and
have not.
paste the
Yes,
list of
you-
nominees.
yes,
You were not sitting on the board of the Toy Hall of
That's
Fame.
right. Although I think we should say that this is the last episode we do
No.
on the Toy Hall of Fame.
I don't think so.
Unless they officially acknowledge our consistent support for their nonsensical undertaking.
See, here's the thing. I'm driving home last night.
Yes.
Listening to the radio.
Okay.
On 98.5 KRZ. And
Free plug.
they're talking about.
Chaosy.
You know what they're talking about?
Crazy. Yeah.
Like, hey, did you hear who the inductees for the Toy Hall of
No,
Fame are?
no, I do not believe you.
And then they complained about the descriptions.
So, they've stolen our stuff?
I can't remember if,
Didn't we have
I
a-
got the original idea of doing Toy Hall of Fame because I heard them.
Oh, I
talking
thought you said
about
that happened like yesterday.
it did, but I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
if like that was how I first encountered the Toy Hall of
That's when we had our big feud with KRZ.
Fame. Is that what it was?
They never acknowledged.
Yeah.
It seems not being acknowledged is a key point.
Yes,
Well,
it's hard to have
it's a recurring theme.
It's a
Yeah.
one-way feud.
Yep.
So anyway, I would like to say that I'm done with the Toy Hall of Fame unless we get a sponsorship deal or a trip. Like, where's the Toy Hall of Fame located? I'm going to guess like
It's in New York.
Oklahoma.
They actually have a permanent superhero display now. I noticed.
No. And how have we never gone to the
I
Toy
think it
Hall
might
of
be.
Fame?
I think it might be new
Or talked about it.
because I haven't noticed that before. But it
Yeah.
was on the list of like permanent displays. It was something like with superheroes.
Is it in New York City? Or is
No,
it
I
just
think
like in
it might be. I
Schenectady?
think it might be Rochester.
Okay. Well, I feel like we might need to make a trip up there
Oh yeah.
once they sponsor
Could
us.
we do like a live recording from the Toy Hall of Fame?
I bet the Game Chateau would write a
Sure.
really strong letter of recommendation for that
Oh
one.
yeah, let's not do that. So anywho,
Just keep poking the.
for those that have listened before know that what we usually do is I take the descriptions of the 12 nominees.
There were 12 this year.
There's always 12.
That's interesting to know.
I vague them up,
It's
Yes.
taken 2
and then
years for that to
Alan and
click.
Rich try to guess which toy
Yes.
is being described.
I bet Tiddlywinks is on that list, and you were playing
However, I thought I'd shake it up a little bit.
shake it up.
You know, because this is like at least our third year in a row. Because I have notes going back to 2018.
Okay. 18, 19, 20, 21. That would be 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said 3, didn't he?
Oh, I meant 3 years previously. So I thought, you remember those logic puzzles that are like, you know, you have 5 people and one of them's wearing a red shirt and, you know, you have all their names and you have to like match who's wearing what
Absolutely
shirt and names.
No
and who's
idea
sitting
what you're
table.
talking about.
Okay, so anyways, I've got
I fell
some
asleep when you talked about math.
I've got some clues,
Okay.
or as I like to think of them,
Fun facts?
fun facts regarding
Then not
So,
fun nor
that might be
That's right.
useful to you in figuring out.
Yeah, this time there'll be no facts even.
So here you go. So
actually.
fun fact number 1.
Yes.
numbers.
2 of this year's 12 nominees
Yes.
were nominated last year.
That is no help whatsoever.
None.
Fun fact number 2.
Definitely should have gone back and listened to the last episode.
You should be writing this down.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I did not bring a pencil.
3 of this year's nominees
Yes.
were nominated in 2019.
Why are you giving these kind of information?
Okay, these are numbers and facts. They're not fun,
Okay.
but
The
you're
numbers
having
and
fun,
dates.
so I'll even grant you that.
Fun fact number 3.
But I think Rich is looking it up on his phone, by the way. He's literally Googling
I'm
right
writing it down on a text
3 of this year's nominees
Yeah.
were nominated in 2018,
app. I'm not writing that down.
but not
Yeah.
the same 3.
I'm not writing down dates, okay?
now. Yeah, no, this is
2.
ridiculous.
Fun fact number 4. 2 of this year's nominees were nominated
Why are
in
you
both
doing this?
2018
So-
and
Why are you
2019.
doing
So
this?
here's what they must have had this in the information, right? So
No, they
you
did not.
You did
You
work for this.
I went through my notes on previous
You
shows.
spent time
Oh yeah,
trying to this this out.
this did not take long.
I just so you. Just
I had
so
to
you're
fix
clear.
one because it was almost a Flash quiz or Gotham quiz mistake.
This is this is almost
You haven't gotten,
certainly
you haven't gotten
going to destroy the longest running annual program.
Fun
Like, there's
fact-
no way anybody is listening to this and they're
Fun
like,
fact.
my-
I want more.
Fun fact number 5.
There were 5 of these.
Only 1 of this year's nominees was nominated in 2018, 2019, and 2020.
You could just make up the years
So,
and we believe you.
we got somebody who's on a 3-year losing streak, in other words, which
Yes.
is interesting to me, but not useful at all in terms of
And
guessing
fun
clues.
fact number 6.
Good Lord, man.
Only 2 of this year's inductees were a nominee sometime in the previous 3 years.
Only 6?
No, 2.
Wait, only 2?
Of this year's inductees were a
Inductees.
nominee sometime in the previous 3 years.
Is an inductee somebody
Inductee.
who's taken out of?
So anyway, so now you've got some clues there
Nope.
Oh.
Yes.
that I'm
Yes.
sure
If,
will help you.
yeah, I wish
Wait.
I'd paid attention in the past. it turns
All right.
out.
So and remember, the inducted toys are selected on the
Remember.
basis of the following criteria:
Yes.
Icon status, in that it's widely recognized, respected, and remembered.
There's an educational quality, right?
Longevity, it's more than a passing fad, and has joined popularity over multiple generations.
So the pet rock's not in then.
Discovery,
That's
the toy fosters learning, creativity, or discovery through play.
Icon, longevity.
Longevity.
Yeah, like long jarts.
And the fourth
And lunging.
is innovation, that it profoundly changed player toy design. Now,
Oh, like Simon.
innovation,
That was
a
an
toy may be inducted solely because of innovation without necessarily meeting the other
I
three.
call bullshit on that.
You
can't do that.
Language, good sir.
Dude,
Let's redub it. I call BS on that.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
you
not gonna
call
edit
BS
it.
on that every year.
Yes, you
It's
do.
ridiculous.
All right, so are you ready? Remember, there are
it's
12
Now
nominees.
you guys remember the show. All of a sudden, now you remember.
We remember
Okay.
you, not
So-
the show.
Like a-
Keep in
Pack
mind,
of
so
hyenas.
12 nominees, and there are only 3 that get inducted, so you have to pick your 3 inductees
Out of a possible 12.
out of a possible 12.
Are you literally now chewing and talking with your mouth full?
No.
And why do you eat the chocolate on the side of your mouth?
All right, so
a
nominee
weird
number
choice.
1.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
No.
Okay.
Wait, is this one that was nominated in 2018 or 2019? Give me a clue.
I'm not telling you that. Created in 1986
1986.
by educator and newscaster Pleasant Rowland, or Roland. This 18-inch nominee and their accompanying books explore America's social and
American
cultural...
Girl Dolls.
Correct.
Boom.
American. That was a hard one to vague up.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking TV screen.
Now I'm surprised those arrived in the 1980s.
Yep.
Interesting. I'm sure they were very patriotic in the initial
1986.
stories they told.
Oh, yeah. Each doll comes with a unique narrative that fits her era.
Like Dolly, who colonized the western parts of Kentucky.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Ready for nominee 2?
I think so. Clearly, I'm locked in already.
Yeah.
Originally a pencil and paper game, this nominee's inspiration
Tic-tac-toe.
began with similar two-person strategy games in the late 19th century.
Battleship.
You are correct, sir.
Oh. I was going to say that either Battleship
You
or
know what?
Connect 4.
The less prep I do, better I am. Battleship, I will admit,
Yep.
is a bit of a classic.
I do
Yeah.
love the
The
Battleship.
American
And
Girl
you can-
Dolls.
Yeah, you can even argue it's sort of innovative in the sense of having like an
Okay,
actual
you're gonna
device
have to
play
keep
with.
your-
It is a little
uh,
too warlike, however.
You're
Yes.
going to have to keep your skepticism about toys in check.
Oh no!
'Cause
It's one of the. Is it like a crossword puzzle?
I think there are a lot that you're
Sudoku.
going to
I mean, I think every year as well,
object
there's a lot
to.
of the ones.
Well, I'll
do
give you
not.
a doll, and I'll give you a board game.
Okay.
I think. I mean, a
Or-
board game is a toy. Well, even that's kind of a stretch.
But
I
they do
guess.
lots of board games,
But
but
you-
yeah.
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 I mean, you play it is.
Yeah, dolls are a toy. Board games,
Right.
I mean, if they're not a toy, then
Yeah.
what are they? Like, are they
they're
just-
game.
They're a game.
But so it's a game. So you don't consider a game.
Would you
to be-
call tag a game, a toy, or a game?
But you can't. I mean, I guess because it's a product, a physical product.
Would you call kickball?
well, that just
Toy or
falls
a
under mall.
That's what I'm saying, though. The ball would be a toy.
But the game would not be a toy.
Right, but there's a physical product.
You might
attached to
play
the
a game with a toy.
I feel like there's going to be further opportunities to discuss the ontological
No,
status
right
of toys.
now.
Okay, I feel as ontological.
Yes.
See, now all of a sudden, we started low, and now
Yeah,
we're,
I'm
we're
highbrowing
pitched
it a little bit.
very high.
All right, are we ready
Let's crash
ready
back
for the
down.
third one?
Sure, why not?
This nominee is a blanket term for many different games.
board game.
The game evolved from earlier European outdoor games like croquet in the 14th and 15th centuries
Mini golf
and became extremely popular in the 1800s.
in the 1800s.
While the dedicated locales of yesteryear may be mostly gone,
Bowling.
this remains a popular form of adult play in arcades, restaurants,
Skee-ball.
bars, and entertainment centers.
Shuffleboard.
Wait, skee ball?
That ice hockey game that you use.
Oh,
You
air
mean,
hockey.
you mean air hockey?
There you go. Yeah.
No.
Oh. So wait, it's in an arcade.
And it used to be outdoors. And they brought
It evolved from
indoors.
earlier outdoor games. I don't think it was
And
ever
it's
an
not
outdoor.
skee ball.
It's not skee ball.
What's another collective
That's-
game you would play? And
I mean, there's a basketball hoop thing, but I don't think that's it.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure basketball was invented by an American.
I don't play a lot of
European.
basketball in
Well, I'm just thinking
restaurants.
arcades. You know, the stuff you
Oh,
see.
in restaurants too. Oh, whack-a-mole.
Nope.
Boy, this is a puzzler.
Yeah, because like
So in an arcade,
Arcades, restaurants, bars, and entertainment centers.
like a trivia game.
Is it that? It's not that triangle pin thing, is it? Where you get
Where you jump over and you try to
it's
eliminate
almost
them.
like checkers or
No.
like.
Is
Okay.
it Chinese checkers?
I think
That's
it
a
is.
good guess, Rich.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, there's
Yeah,
one
but
that's just like a triangle with a pin, so it's not technically.
Yeah.
But
no,
Yeah.
no.
So you would do this at an arcade
Or
or a
restaurant.
restaurant.
Or bar or entertainment center.
It's not like a cigarette machine, right? That
No, I should point out that it's probably more likely to be found in certain of those locales than others.
is it electronic?
No.
Okay, I was thinking that like those little mini like touchscreen games.
Yeah. It's not electronic?
Not
Oh,
electronic.
darts.
Nope.
This is a good guess.
But now you're starting to think somewhat closer.
Pool.
It's a billiards. Yes.
Thank you, Rich. You really
I mean,
paved
you
the way
said
to that one.
pool is billiards.
I think so.
What
Yeah.
is there a difference? Like besides the
Billiards refers to various, they said, cue-based games. I'm not sure what. I had to take the
now-
word. I had to take the word cue out because that would have given it away too much.
name? What
Yeah,
does
but
that mean? What is a cube?
So you're telling me a pool table is a toy? Like this
I
has gotta
believe
be
I
like-
told you there would be lots of opportunities to
yes.
discuss the ontological status of
There
what
must
a toy
be a
is.
lot of very, very wealthy people who consider like a pool table just a toy.
Yeah, I gotta feel like
It's a major purchase, right?
yeah. Generally, we had a bumper pool table growing up
You can get them from only
because my dad ordered a
1500
bar.
from Walmart.
My dad ordered a bar for like our
told me
law,
the story. Yeah.
and we got the bumper pool table instead, and then we got the
oh.
bar.
I would have thought you were the coolest kid. I thought bumper pool was so cool when I was young.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I was the coolest kid. At least my mom told me so.
At least
Me
3
too.
or 4 times.
Yeah, at least 3 or 4 times a day while I'm chomping on my cereal.
But yeah,
Yep.
billiards, also known as cue sports.
There you go. So
But I mean,
apparently they
I
did their
I thought
research.
the Toy Hall was just making things up, like
Nope.
because I didn't think.
Well,
you'd
the
have
Toy
more-
Hall of Fame does not make stuff up.
Really?
No. But yeah, billiards
I
is
feel
one
like
that
they're
did,
kind
that
of
was
flying
not one
by the
that
seat of
jumped
their
out to me as like I don't think of that as a toy.
No, in the old days we would be talking about like Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about billiards.
Billiards.
Or like laser
Oh,
tag,
just wait.
like
I think there are others that
Ooh,
you're
laser
going to feel.
tag would be a good one to suggest.
though again,
Or,
like, Battleship.
the one that
very
I keep
warlike.
saying we should suggest.
What's that?
Spirograph.
Not a toy.
No, it's totally a toy.
What is
If
Spirograph?
billiards is a toy, spirograph is a toy.
Imagine if you said, create a way to make art for people who are really precise in OCD. It would be Spirograph.
I love spirograph.
I
It was
know
so
you
much
do.
fun.
Like Spirograph is your personality.
Yeah. So far,
Isn't it like an
American Girl
Etch-a-Sketch?
You
dolls.
love the light bright too, though, right?
I do like the light
and
bright.
the Etch-a-Sketch, right?
The
Etch-a-Sketch was very frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I-
because you couldn't actually like stop by drawing or whatever.
Yeah, I struggled with Etch a Sketch.
Yeah. All right, number 4.
All right, number 4. So far, American Girl dolls,
Yep, I don't think so.
Battleship, and billiards.
Battleship is the best of those so far.
Yeah.
Easily.
And I
Yep.
say that as a Quaker pacifist.
All right.
Yeah.
When this nominee launched in 1979,
Tiddlywinks.
they offered American children a soft, cuddly playmate in a world of hard toys and cold electronics.
No, did you write that or did
No,
they?
I did not. They totally wrote that. But I literally was like, I couldn't. I wish I had
Is it the
written
glowworm?
No.
Teddy bear?
Consumers could not get enough of the dolls, each with its
Cabbage
own
Patch.
name. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Cabbage Patch isn't in?
I think I was
Nope.
going to say. I think we
That
had the
is-
same conversation.
That
last
is
thing.
year.
We have to-
stunning.
yeah.
That's so they're a multiple time nominee, I would assume.
Oh yeah, they've been nominated in the past, though not in the last 3 years.
Okay.
I think they might have been off for a while.
The absolute mania for the Cabbage Patch doll, like
Yeah.
early to mid '80s, was unmatched.
Yeah, because keep in mind, I mean, what? There's only one of this year's nominees that was even on last year's list.
Okay.
So
They
there's
don't-
11 things that were not on last
They
year.
don't. I don't remember them being cuddly. Not that I ever had one.
Well, the
Were they
body
really?
was,
Was
but the
it?
head was hard plastic. 'Cause I
Yeah.
remember, and I'm sure I have told this story.
Yeah.
Valerie had one of like the little preemie dolls, and
Didn't know they
Julie
existed.
they were like the little ones that had no like legs, or they were like in a snuggly thing. So Julie was chasing Valerie with one,
Oh no, she whacked.
and
her?
Valerie turned around and hit her tooth on the head of the Cabbage Patch doll and cracked the tooth in half.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, like teddy bear. Like that's something you do.
Because,
with
yeah,
soft
I
and
mean,
cuddly.
it's a soft, cuddly playmate in a world of hard toys and cold electronics if you ignore the head that you could bludgeon a person with.
Well, that would have been, This show always gets us to talk about the stuffed animal wars that I would have with my friends. You do not remember the story?
No, because we had stuffed animal parties.
Well, I lived a different lifestyle, apparently.
Somebody who's
apparently the
very
Quaker
anti-
had stuffed animal wars.
Yeah, you would set yours up on the stairs, right? And they'd watch movies?
Yes.
Yeah. We would.
One of them seems way less combat.
We would divvy them up.
Yes,
half
ours
on
was
one
a more
side of the
innocent
room.
childhood.
Yeah.
And the other half on the other side of the room, and then we would chuck them at each other as hard as we could. And we had this.
Doesn't seem very nice to the stuffed animals.
We had this Curious George that was a stuffed animal, but it was posable.
Oh,
So it had bendable, I don't know
yeah.
what the metal was, but
Yes.
some kind of
little
posable
chicken
metal.
wire.
we
Like,
know it was metal.
Yeah. Oh, it was definitely
Yeah.
And
it was the 70s. It was metal.
yeah. At some
covered in
point,
lead.
there was a tear in his elbow.
Oh
right, I do
no!
and the metal was exposed. So it was all fun and games in the stuffed animals wars until you saw somebody rear back with Curious George, and then it was like every man for himself. Like you found cover.
Now, was this
immediately,
was
if
this
you
like
got
you and your
tagged-
brother, or was?
Well, we had friends over. Like
Okay.
it would be, they would be large scale undertakings, you know,
Wow.
and like, yeah, when Curious George was raised, people were like, it changed the attitude in the room real quickly.
It got serious real
Yeah.
quick.
Anyway, Sylvester comes flying at you. You don't care.
Yeah.
Curious George.
Curious George.
It's another order of business.
All
Childhood.
right. Ready for number 5?
I think so.
This nominee was introduced in 1957
Tiddlywinks.
as an amusement device for young children.
Isn't that
Parents
every
quickly
toy?
discovered that by pushing the device,
Oh, the
children
little
could
popper
strengthen
thing.
gross motor motor skills.
Is it the popper?
Yes, the Fisher-Price corn popper.
See, we've talked about the corn popper
We have.
before.
Yeah.
Corn popper has been nominated in the last 3
You know
years.
what?
They're not inducted.
The corn popper is by far the best on the list so far today.
I don't know. I really like Battleship, but it's close for me.
I think it's better than it's more to me. It's more of a
it's more of a
pure
toy. It is more of a, I will
and
give you
that,
that.
that gives it the edge.
It is more of
and
a
it's
toy.
so simplistic too.
You don't really finish many games of Battleship, do you?
No, you get it's like
No, I
Monopoly.
do.
Or you, of course, well, you do. You
I
play.
What do you mean,
finished
of
some.
course, well, you do?
You are a completist. Let's be honest.
What is
we
the
should
point
have
of
both of
playing a
you-
game if not to finish the game?
Because it's boring.
Well, think about Monopoly.
Battleship is not boring.
B12.
You sunk my battleship.
it's not interesting.
It's just like the
drama.
commercial.
And then if you have the electric one, you got the.
Oh man, the people who had the electronic ones,
didn't have the
they were like the cool. Like,
Yeah, we didn't have the electronic.
No,
me
I was.
neither.
I had the electronic one. I
You
was
had the
not the cool
rudimentary
kid.
one where I had to make the.
Yeah. Oh, you had to make.
We
the
need to
sound
have
yourself.
you two
Yeah.
playing Battleship on this
Yeah.
show.
Okay, I would say this. I would probably finish a game of Battleship, but I wouldn't go back for a second. It's just not a very interesting game.
I would play mini a game because I liked to win.
Do you like to just like draw numbers randomly from a bag?
No. I just no. You gotta be strategic about it.
Yeah, you're out thinking people.
It's
right.
like chess but for children.
I put them all in the corner.
No, you don't put them in the corner.
Nobody will figure that.
You start out.
all
The
of
big
them-
ship is 5 spaces, so you start out. Every 4 spaces.
Wait, there's a system to it?
Yeah, that's a system.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I want you both playing Battleship.
I just don't know if I could do that.
That'll be the next
Plus,
Game
somebody
Chateau
gets
episode.
super competitive about games.
Yeah, someone is.
I have fun.
I'll just help you win.
I have fun.
Do you, though?
I just have too much fun.
I remember the game you played with Vicky's parents once.
Wasn't it just Vicky's mom? Or was I just really competitive with
I
Vicky's
think
mom?
probably just competitive with her
Yeah.
mom. Yeah, it was not. And the Jaegers are
Very competitive.
competitive people. They are the ones that have taught me not to be competitive.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of competition in the Hamilton household.
I can tell.
All right. Number
Like, who gets
6.
to sit in the front row with the stuffed animals at the movie show. Go on.
This nominee evolved from 18th
Tiddlywinks.
and 19th century gambling card games in China.
Pinochle.
Variations spread to Korea, Japan, and other areas of Asia
Go.
before becoming popular in the
Yes.
U.S. in the 1920s.
In the 20s.
Standard versions played like American gin rummy, but were changed in the 1930s when the
Okay.
formation of a
It's
national
not Pinochle?
league established more formal and limited rules.
Euchre.
Nope.
Is it a card game?
Yes. This
Okay.
game
Old
has
Maid?
caught on with
Uno.
Hollywood starlets,
Uno.
high
Tarot
society,
cards.
middle-class housewives, and immigrants, and signified both belonging and standing apart within American culture.
I have no idea.
With cards?
I
Texas
assume
Hold'em?
it says it evolved from card games.
Is
I'm
it the
assuming-
traveling? Like the.
I don't know. I've never played it.
Okay.
The matching card game.
Go
like
Fish. Is it Go Fish?
It's not Go Fish.
No.
Is it Uno?
It's not Uno.
Is Uno like putting us in the right direction?
I have no idea, but no.
I think Rich and I are going to have to just say we don't.
Hang on, no. This is so stupid. I want to figure this out.
All right, so immigrants like this game.
Yes.
Pit. Was
And
it the card game Pit?
And it signifies belonging and standing apart within American culture.
Pit.
No.
So it's something to do with ethnicity.
Unless Pit is a version of this game.
Probably not.
Is it played in casinos?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not like Pinochle or
I don't know.
Gin.
No, it's like Gin Rummy. I read standard versions play like American Gin Rummy.
So it sounds like a card game.
But we're
then.
changed in the 1930s when there was a formation of a national league.
Bridge.
That's
No.
Whist?
Nope.
What else do people form
Like
clubs
that's what the
to
National
play?
League part is what gets me. Because I'm thinking like poker tables, but
Like bridge. That's why I think bridge.
Yes, but it originated in China.
Well, they have bridges in China.
Yeah.
kind of.
Does bridge have anything to do with bridge?
I don't know.
Hearts.
Nope.
Spades.
Nope.
Oh, the
What?
Great Authors Game, where you have to collect like 4 Longfellows. My
No.
grandparents had it.
Nope.
You get 4 Longfellows, you put them down.
No.
I'm trying to think. So I
Also,
should
that's a
go-
dated game because no one thinks of Longfellow as a great author at this point.
Well, my grandparents were old. In their defense, they just
Most
bought.
grandparents are.
They were just bought the canon that was sold them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're one of those guys who's trying to all multiculturalize the canon. probably.
Possibly.
Yeah. All right, just give
Yeah,
it.
I don't know.
This is too much silence.
Mahjong.
Oh, that's so stupid. Stupid.
I'm pissed off they didn't get that.
Yeah, I'm angry you didn't get it too. Number 6? Or are we on number 7?
That was number 6. We're
Oh, thank
halfway through,
God.
so what are your thoughts?
I think it's a weak class so far.
Okay.
It's
I mean,
a
again,
weak
it's
class.
just because it's a game.
The popper.
Which I'm okay with being a toy.
So far, the popper is your.
I would
is
put
your
the
clear-
popper in, but in large part, it's becoming more and more appealing because I think its competition is very weak. I think Battleship is second.
Okay.
I'm not particularly interested in dolls.
Okay.
So, yeah, no.
So no Cabbage Patch, no American Girls.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
and Mahjong, I don't know enough about. honestly,
Billiards?
I love billiards.
Okay.
A good game of bumper pool is never to be turned down, but let's be honest, it's not a toy.
Okay. All right.
Did I call
This
it a
one I think
toy
is gonna
or a
is gonna
game?
possibly bring things back.
All right, Tiddlywinks.
This line of action figures
G.I. Joe.
traces its popularity to its maker's use of comic books, television, and the big screen.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The
Oh,
cartoon
those
series
those little
on which it is
superheroes that were
based,
about this big?
and which ran
Super
from
Friends?
1983 to 1985, created a cohesive fantasy world that allowed.
He-Man.
Yep, Masters of the Universe.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Wait, that's a former nominee right there.
That is the one that's been nominated for 4 years straight.
just let it
See,
in.
all the fun facts are paying off for me now.
It's like the Leonardo DiCaprio. like,
Yes, it is,
point.
or the
Yeah.
Susan Lucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, more the Susan Lucci, but Rich
So
wouldn't
yeah,
get
it's
that
it's
reference.
I don't know who that
it's
is,
4
no.
yeah it's 4 years in a row that it's been nominated.
All right, so and it's the
But that's a toy.
It's the toy line.
Yeah, the Masters of the Universe action figures.
I guess I was too old.
I never
for
got into them either.
or-
Like I still was getting action figures at the time
well,
because I still am getting action figures.
You stopped.
got
now,
about a
right?
45-year
You
run
stopped.
of action
Well,
figures at this
but I don't
point.
play with them as much as I used to.
As much as.
But I never got into the Masters of. Yeah, I was never a big He-Man fan.
No, never got it.
The
So-
movie was fun, but
Didn't
The
see it.
live action movie.
it's terrible.
Yeah, okay.
But fun, like not good. You
Yeah.
didn't see it. You don't know.
So
Oh
what
no,
number-
I'm pretty sure
Alan.
I watched it on
I
like
just
HBO or
I have a
something.
sense. What number are we on now?
That was number 7.
So number 7. So I've gotten 6.
You've got a lot of.
I
toys.
Yeah, I don't
can't-
think Rich has gotten any.
I can't
be
lose at
fair,
this
these
point.
are all
I literally,
old toys.
if I just stop now and let Rich guess the next 5,
You'd still win.
I'd still win.
Like, but also you'd get the next 5 because I still would.
Well, wait a minute, wait a minute. You didn't get Mahjong.
That's
No.
right. So we've done 7.
Yeah.
I've gotten 6.
Well,
that would
5.
leave 5
But you
left.
didn't get billiards. He got pool before you got
No, I
billiards.
said pool and billiards.
Well, I said billiards as you said billiards, so it's basic. At best, it's a half and half.
No.
I feel like that's time.
No, I said pool first.
All right. Okay.
No, but that's the thing. Pool didn't count. Billiards
So it's
counted.
6 to none to a half. And
You stop hitting him, Mike. I'll mute you.
As the centerpiece of a party game,
Tiddlywinks,
this nominee is a game both children and adults can play
charades,
while blindfolded, and may date
pin the
back
tail on
to
the donkey.
may date back to early 13th century China.
Pin the tail on the donkey?
Although there is an inherent impermanence to it as a plaything, it has been...
Pinata.
Yep.
What is it?
Pinata.
Oh, I thought you said Benihana. And I'm like, that's definitely not. And a pinata, by the way, not a toy.
Again, at best case, it's like a game because
Right.
it's like
Yeah. No, it's like...
No, but it's an object that you whack with a stick and
yeah, but
stuff comes
so
out of
is-
it. It's kind of
so is
closer to a
Battleship,
toy.
But it's not a toy, though.
It's like a...
It might be closer, but
it's closer.
I can't
I mean,
see
I'm
pinata.
okay with games being toys, but I can understand why you would be against them being toys.
I really
Yes, well,
thought
because
that was-
Alan has very strict definitions for things.
Things are important to me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Objects are more important than people.
So Rich is on the scoreboard.
I
Yeah.
am.
I'm afraid that Rich might catch me.
Yeah.
Patrick is much happier than I or you
Okay.
are that that's happening.
All right.
Tiddlywinks.
Based on a French
You should
game.
lose a point.
There's going to be a Tiddlywink at some point.
Based on a French game.
Boy, this is a very international class this year.
This nominee translates the hobby of wargaming with miniature figures.
Risk.
Yes.
That was in sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Risk is a good game.
Yeah.
So to me, I would put it just below the corn popper because I do
Okay.
feel bad for the corn popper.
Okay.
And again, if you're not going to say a game is a toy, it's still a game, unfortunately.
And although there is obviously, an element of chance in Risk compared to Battleship, it feels like a more sophisticated.
And yet Risk is also very warlike.
It's true.
Yes.
Well, it does not surprise me that the Toy Hall of Fame would take such a martial turn.
Well, and there's also a lot of board games that are based around war.
It's true. Candyland,
Okay? Shoots and ladders.
for instance. Oh, yeah, Shoots and Ladders. That's all about the Crimean War.
Life.
Yeah. World War One.
Monopoly.
Well, that's just capitalism.
That's just
Yeah, capitalism
different
game.
kind of war.
Really, Monopoly,
Yeah.
like, is a great name for it when you think about
Well,
it.
Monopoly's, very, very violent. Well, that's probably why they named it Monopoly. Because they
Aggravation.
thought it was a good name. Aggravation. Now that is a dumb game. Have you ever played, by the
Is
way,
that a
Don't Break
game?
the Ice?
I have not, but
Oh,
I'm familiar. I remember the
the-
commercials.
Vicky's parents have that
that
from
the
like
thing
when
with the tissue
when they
paper or
were little
something?
kids. No, it's like little plastic
yeah.
cubes that you put
Oh,
in like
knock out.
and you knock it. Yeah, like every time we go, Hope and I still have a big Don't Break the Ice. tournament. Now that's a good game. Although really, there's not a lot of options. Like
It's
there's
sort
not
of like
as-
tic-tac-toe, like, once you kind of figure out how to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Got 3 left.
All right.
This nominee
It's good. There's only 3 left.
may be the most universal and oldest toy in the world.
A stick. Is it a stick?
Educator
Tiddlywinks.
Maria
Damn it,
Montessori.
Tiddlywinks. If you got Tiddlywinks, I would be so upset.
That would've been
Educator
great.
Maria Montessori has argued
Yeah.
that it is only one substance that the modern child is
Clay.
allowed to handle
Play-Doh.
quite freely.
Play-Doh.
Right?
Children recognize it as a creative material
Feces. Is it feces?
suitable for pouring, scooping, and measuring.
Sand. It's sand.
It provides unique opportunities for tactical, physical, cooperative, creative, and independent free play.
Water.
No, you're right. It was sand.
Sand. All right.
Though I'm pretty
wasn't-
sure,
it wasn't feces.
I'm pretty sure they don't mean tactical. I think they meant tactile.
Tactile, yeah.
I'm like,
It's a good-
tactical.
Well, if you ever getting picked on, a little sand in the bully's eye was a good way to
Like
escape.
10 bucks.
Yeah, no, I knew you. I'm like reading this. I'm like, he's gonna say poop at some point.
Patrick refuses to admit
I
feces.
was like, I knew you were gonna say it.
Well, it goes back so far in time, like it,
Poop or sand?
yeah. One or the other, really. What kid hasn't worked?
I
in
should point out,
the media
sand has
of
been a
poop?
bit of a controversial nominee.
Well, compared to some of the others,
A lot of people, no, sand has been the one that everyone on Twitter and whatnot have been like, that's not a toy.
Because it's just
that's where they've drawn the line.
Yeah, there was one that was like, oh, dirt is writing a strongly worded letter.
I love that people take it so seriously.
Yeah, they're like, dirt is writing. No, the guy was joking, but he's like,
Yeah.
dirt is writing a strongly worded letter.
Yeah.
Because sand is just fancy dirt.
And then mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
sand,
it's not
sand's
just
the
wet
one that on
dirt?
98.5 KRZ, they were like, that's a toy?
Yeah. Sand is a stretch, but at least in a sandbox you would play with sand.
Yes.
Like you would play with it. You wouldn't play with a billiards table.
No.
You'd
Well,
play
I mean,
on
You
it.
play,
kind-
yeah.
Yeah. I wish it had been feces.
It's not. We could nominate feces.
Can you post something to the website?
Yeah.
Feces and balls, please.
No. No.
We want feces
just
and
ball.
balls.
The official evil mashup choice.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose our endorsement deal on that one.
Yeah, fair point.
All right, 2 more.
It's worth losing it on.
All right.
For feces, 100%.
This game was first published by Cosmos in Germany.
Tiddlywinks.
And is one of the
Damn it,
first
quit taking my
German-style
answer.
board games to find widespread popularity outside of Europe.
It's a German board game.
It is a cooperative game. I feel like there's a German joke to make there.
I'm trying to
In
think
which
about it,
players establish a settlement on an island by spending resources.
but- Oh, it's Catan.
Yes, Settlers of Catan.
Which we played the junior version of that at Melanie's house one day with her kids,
okay.
and it was really dull.
Really?
Is it better for adults?
I played the
Settlers
adult
of
one with the
Catan
Nordstroms.
is not a intense game.
Yeah, I've played the adult one with the Nordstroms.
It's not. I didn't know that it was cooperative. I thought you were trying to build your
It's
own
not.
little settlement.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's
it's
all
not
that cooperative.
cooperative. I mean-
except that you're like maybe trade. You can trade resources with people.
How sad is it that the Germans created a game that wasn't cooperative enough for us? We were like, no, thank you.
Yeah. Well, no, it's hugely popular.
That classic
Oh,
German
it's insanely
cooperation.
popular, yeah.
Yeah,
but
Well,
I'm
I
not
wonder how
sure
many
why.
how many high level adult board games like that are in.
I
Not
don't
a
know.
lot.
I don't think there. Settlers of Catan might actually be the first
Is
one that's in.
Telestrations in, for instance?
I don't think so.
You guys should you guys should go to a convention once because they'll have giant board game rooms.
Yeah.
And they've got floor to the ceiling like shelves of games of like.
I might get thrown out for being too competitive.
I might get thrown out for not taking it seriously enough. That's why our show works. Mr. OCD competitive, Mr. laid back relaxed.
Well,
And
that's-
then there's me.
well, that's one way to refer to us.
Bert and Ernie,
Ready for the last one?
cranky and happy.
Ready for the last one?
Oh, I thought there were 2 more.
No,
Wait, so how many get in this year?
3.
We have to let 3 of these in.
3 are in.
We have to
I
let
don't-
3 of these in.
I don't think you've got a list.
You've got Papa. You've got
the popper.
We'll go back through the
Risk.
list at the end. We've got one
Risk.
more.
You've got
Yeah.
Papa. You got Risk, and you even got Battleship.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Last one.
I'm not feeling Battleship the more we talk about it.
Although this nominee has
Tiddlywinks.
evolved in materials, design, and technology over time, the benefits of play with these vehicles remain the same.
Power Wheels.
A child might use it to explore role-playing by assuming various character
Puppets.
positions. Did you say puppets?
Twister.
Did you miss
Yeah.
the part where I said it's a vehicle?
Oh.
That's why.
So
That's why I was
Twister
like,
wouldn't
what?
work
A
either.
child
you
might
look
use it to explore
Is
role-playing
it the green machine?
by assuming various
wheels?
character positions. Or a child might
It's a-
spin the wheels or extend a ladder to test the capabilities
Fire
of the
truck?
Yeah, it's toy fire engine.
What?
So
Toy
how did you
Squad.
start that?
Although this nominee has evolved in materials design and technology over time, the benefits of play with these vehicles remain the same.
But
Yeah,
again,
almost none.
A
There's
child might use it to explore role-playing by assuming various character positions.
As a firefighter.
That's one of them.
What
What's the other
positions
one?
would a
I believe that
firefighter
was the one
assume?
example they used.
It's almost like there's only one option.
Firefighter and other firefighter.
Civilian who's checked in the building, being
Civilian
saved by-
and
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, and
Well,
why
I guess
that
you could be a
specific-
Dalmatian.
This variety of possibilities allows a child to practice communication skills, cognitive flexibility, and to explore risk, technical competence, and emotional fortitude.
I
gotta
don't wanna-
say,
I
some
would-
of these descriptions are so good.
I would really like to be the guy that wrote the descriptions.
the one
because
about
I think
Cabbage Patty in a cold world of
yeah.
electronics and plastic.
He or she is having a very good time with
That was
this.
good.
But like, why is it so specific? Why not it's a toy truck? Why does it have to be the fire
It's
truck?
the toy. I think trucks are already in.
So then, too
Oh,
bad.
come
That's
on.
it.
So basketball is in, and football's in.
I'm not sure.
Or
Ball
it-
is in.
because you said just ball.
Yeah.
I would assume ball would cover all.
You would think.
Like,
And I think
truck
there are
would cover
some. There
all,
are some
would it
that
not?
we have this conversation every year. There's
I
some
know.
that
You could
are
just Google
the
Toy Hall
generic
of Fame.
the generic category gets in, but also specific iterations of that.
I don't understand.
I don't either. I think they
I
kind of
don't
make up their
understand.
own rules.
Now I have to admit,
All right, so here those are the
on
12.
first blush, the fire truck kind of appeals to me because it's a very traditional kind of toy.
Now,
Yes.
I should point out that we did this last year.
Okay.
Because last year we did this over 2 shows. We did the nominees.
No, we did not.
Yeah, because we did that before.
What a disaster.
Man, what
So-
were we thinking back
So
then?
last year, when we did this last year,
Yeah.
of the 3 toys that Rich chose as inductees, how many do you think Rich got correct?
0.
That is correct.
I was going to say 1.
I have no faith in my.
How many did Alan get?
I'm going to say 0.
It depends, because there was your list of which toys should get in.
No.
In which case, you were right on 2 of them.
Yeah.
Your list of which ones will get in
Yeah.
got 0.
So your cynical self.
And
lost.
then there's how many I got.
How much you get?
I got 1.
But you already knew the list.
No, but this was before.
Oh,
We
it
did it
was
before
before.
they announced.
So what got in last year?
I don't remember.
All right, well, back to my phone to find out.
Yeah, I
guess
didn't.
I'll
I didn't do that deep a dive.
Oh, all right. So now we have to guess.
I can't remember whichever the first doll that had the black doll,
I think it was the
Yeah.
Nancy?
American.
Yeah.
Baby Nancy. That was one of them that got in.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because I said it should.
Yeah, that was one of your should.
What was the other one?
American Girl doll was that?
No,
No, because it's up again
it's
this
up
year.
again this year, so it's pretty much not
Oh,
one.
20.
Rich's research is really paying off. right?
Yeah, he did a lot of deep diving on this.
So, all right.
Do I need to go back over your nominees?
I think I know what I'm going to pick.
So we have American Girl dolls,
Kind of have a should and a would.
Battleship,
Yep.
Billiards, Cabbage Patch Kids, the Fisher-Price Corn Popper, Mahjong, Masters of the Universe,
No way, Mahjong.
Pinata, Risk, Sand, Settlers of Catan, and the Toy Fire Engine.
All right. So I don't get a what should get in list?
If you want to do that, you can do that.
When you lost doing that
Right.
last time.
Well, yeah, he got 2 of them right on his should list.
But,
All right.
you know,
So I'm
that
just going to
was
make my
one.
should list my final list then.
Okay.
The corn popper, 100%.
Okay.
The fire truck,
Okay.
100%. And I'm going to go for a dark horse candidate, Sand. I think
Okay.
that's why people were so upset.
Okay.
I think people was upset because it was just.
Rich, would you like
If I had to pick one that will get in, it would be Risk.
Okay. You don't want to pick 2 others that will get in?
Cabbage Patch Kids are going to get in.
Okay.
Risk is going to get in.
So this is your what you think will, but
Yeah.
the first one was your should.
You should.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just doing one list.
Yeah.
Do you want a third one on your list of will?
So my will list right now is
Risk and Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch. Would they induct it? Like, I feel like American Girl dolls, but then that would be 2 dolls. But it's super yeah, let's go American Girl dolls.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think they care how multiple.
No,
Okay,
take them out and
Rich.
put Battleship in place of the girl dolls.
Okay.
I mean, they're asking the toy fire truck when Trucks is already in.
Okay,
I don't
Rich.
think they mind doubling up.
It's listed, man. So they
Rich, what
clearly
are your
will.
3?
My 3 would be
Battleship.
Don't tell
Yeah.
him what his 3
Oh, I know
are.
what his 3 are already.
Risk, Battleship.
And Feces. Please put Feces on the list. Rich.
No, that's your bit. You can die on that one if you want. And then I'll do Mahjong.
Not the pinata, huh?
I agree. I don't think it's an object. at
All
best.
right. So
A party favor.
Yeah, right.
You know.
So
is it
Rich
candle?
on his list got 1 of them.
Oh, no, it's going to be a puzzle, Rich. Don't clap.
Alan,
Now he's going to tell us we have to figure out which
on your
ones.
should list,
Oh, my God.
got 1 of them. On your will list,
Yeah.
originally had 2, and then talked yourself back down to 1.
Ah,
You always will be your own.
which means
worst enemy.
American Girl doll got in.
American Girl is one of them, yes.
Okay, and then Rich had one and I had
I'm
one.
gonna say mine
correct.
was Risk.
What was that?
I'm gonna say the Risk was the one that I got.
You are correct. Well, that's the one you and Alan both had.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Corn Popper.
Nope.
It didn't get in?
No, Corn
So
Popper
wait, what
didn't
got
get
in
in.
already?
So
What do we know about
disappointed.
got in so far?
American Girls and Risk.
And Sand didn't get in.
No, Sand did get in.
Oh, okay. So I was right on that one, too.
That was
then.
the one on your should list.
Yeah. Sand is
again-
in.
So American Girl dolls, Risk, and Sand.
That
See,
is.
I'm still unhappy with Sand because I feel like you should at least say play Sand.
I think Sand is by far the best of this year's nominees.
See, I would have gotten Corn Popper. I like that. I do.
no,
like,
no, I got in. I mean,
Oh, that got in.
for me, the Corn Popper is going to be number 1 always until it gets in.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a
Because
hashtag
it's-
Corn Popper.
It's the Fisher-Price corn popper, by the way, just to make sure.
Yeah, but do we want to really?
Do we care about the brand name?
They care.
They might, but we
it's
don't.
always named the Fisher-Price corn popper.
All right.
I don't know. I guess.
So going back, so if you're interested in the fun facts,
We're not.
so the two of this year's nominees that were nominated last year are Masters of the Universe and Risk, which Masters of the Universe is now 0 for 4.
Is there a Toy Hall of Fame Twitter account?
I don't know.
I mean, there's got to be.
The 3 from 2019 were Corn Popper, Masters of the Universe, and Risk.
Well, maybe they're smart.
In
and not have a Twitter
2018,
account.
American Girls, Corn Popper, and Masters of the Universe. So Corn Popper's been on there a lot. It wasn't on there last year, but it was there the 2 years before.
Who chooses the inductees again? Is it just a crowd voted?
You can submit stuff, but there must be like a panel or something, I guess.
Because it's just weird that if something's like, like Corn Popper or He-Man's been on there multiple times and it stopped.
Yeah, but again, Masters of the Universe is the only thing on this year's list that was on last year. Everything else this year was not a nominee last year.
The options are.
So, what are you typing, Alan?
I am typing a tweet.
Is there a Twitter account?
To the Toy Hall of Fame?
I could not find it.
I don't believe there is one. I mean, they might be smart in not having
Well,
one.
there might be one for the Strong Museum, which is what houses it.
Oh. I think I posted it.
It's the Strong Museum of Play, I think, something like
The
that.
Strong National Museum of Play.
Ah, yes, that's what it is.
Oh, there's a Twitter account. Yep. And a Snapchat.
Wait, there is one?
For
the
the
museum.
Strong National Museum of Play. The Twitter account is @Museum of Play.
Okay.
All right.
There's also YouTube and a Facebook.
At
Ooh.
Insta.
Museum.
And an owl? What
They've
is
got
that?
more
Oh,
social media
TripAdvisor.
than we do.
No.
Play. All right. I'm
guys
sure
have
that I
a
just
Facebook
fixed it
and
for
a
the corn popper.
YouTube.
What was that?
I think I just fixed it for the corn popper.
How did you fix it for the
Oh,
corn
we just
popper?
got us banned for life.
I tweeted them.
Oh, okay.
Wait, as you or as us?
The podcast tweeted them.
Okay, I feel like you should have cleared that with the other people on the podcast.
Have I cleared a single podcast tweet with
That's
you
because
ever?
you're
Wait,
usually
there have been
replying to
podcast
us.
tweets? There have been podcast tweets I did?
I'm trying to build a bigger...
Yeah, very often if there's a debate about something, Alan will chime in, and then shockingly the podcast will agree with Alan. And generally he will win debates with Bobby 2-1.
The podcast does think like me, it turns out.
Yeah, the podcast
It drives Bobby nuts.
The
Why doesn't
podcast
Bobby just make a fake podcast?
eerily mirrors your own views.
Yeah. Well, our views,
Convenient.
really. Do you disagree with the corn popper?
I don't, but I still feel
There you
like
go.
on that you really should have
Retroactive
cleared it with
clearance.
me. You really should have cleared it with me first.
Retroactively cleared.
You know, it feels like you should have done that proactively.
Should I delete the one I have about the feces then?
Yes,
Please.
yes, please. I do not support any shitty tweets.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
'Cause it's a metaphor. It's totally fine. I'm not talking about literal feces.
Well, the same would be true then for
No,
BS
you were
because it was
calling
literally
you were literally calling
No,
it BS.
right, literal BS.
Right, mine was figurative. That makes it okay.
Oh, I see what I did there. But what if I made it? No. When you
I like
say
how
it
you
that
went from,
way,
I
it's
see what I did
definitely
there to
literal.
no.
This is
It's
fun.
definitely literal.
No,
It has
not
to
mine.
be.
No.
Right. So yours is not literal, right?
Correct.
Mine isn't either.
Yes, it was. You were
No.
calling it literal BS.
No, I wasn't.
You clearly were.
No.
Yes.
Nobody means that.
We should ask the podcast.
Oh,
As he goes for his phone.
Yeah, Shane, what are you going to do exactly?
the podcast is going to let it go.
So that's all. Oh, and so as of this year, there are 76 toys
Excellent.
that have been inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame.
And now we've got something to look forward to next year.
That's right.
Sand is off the table.
Sand
so
is off. American Girls and Risk, and all except for Sand, American Girls and Risk have been nominated in the past. So
Yeah. So I'm hoping next year is the corn popper's year. Hashtag
it feels
year
like
of
it
the corn
should be.
popper.
I feel Corn Popper, and we should probably do a Dark Horse nomination for Spirograph.
I don't know if the
feel like we
podcast
should get-
agrees with that.
It's more of that industrialized art that you like.
How is it in? Wait, okay.
Here's
number
a
one,
light bright.
How do I like
follow the directions and you will create art? Here's a spirograph. Don't
Spirograph
think-
didn't have directions.
You literally put
It's
interlocking
restricted
pieces
by
beside
math.
each other and moved them around without any self-control. You did whatever the machine.
the lack of self-control
You
means
did
it's completely
whatever
free.
the machine told
There's
you
no
to
machine.
do. And you.
There's
There's
just
always
always
a machine.
There's
It's
not a
all around
machine.
you.
It's a machine.
There's not a machine.
It's a machine.
It is not a machine.
It's a machine of plastic.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not a machine.
Yeah, it's a machine.
toy.
You probably liked Paint by Numbers too.
It'll too close to home.
Don't see anything wrong with paint by numbers.
No, absolutely. All art should be completely controlled by the corporation that has shared that
Controlled
art
and
with
You know what we
dictated.
should nominate?
What's that?
Dot to dot.
What's dot to dot?
Oh, the connect the dots.
Yeah, connect the dots. Where you draw the lines number by number.
Oh, connect the dots.
Yeah,
Dot
I
to
call
dot.
them dot to dot.
Well, okay,
You would
the rest
love
of the
dot to
world
dot
can-
because again, there's a clear outcome.
Yeah, dot to dots. I like dot to dots.
There's no creative freedom. You connect
Exactly.
one dot to the next.
Ooh,
dot.
another
In
one
fact,
would
there's
be-
nothing creative about it at
There
all.
should be.
There's no
No, there
freedom.
is. You see the picture.
It's not creative.
Yeah.
You create the picture.
No,
A
you don't.
computer
From the
can do the
dots.
same
No,
thing.
you don't. No.
You create without me. There's just a bunch of dots. With me, there's a picture.
Kind of like with the light bright as well, right?
Yeah.
You always had to have the colors right too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because otherwise it doesn't look like the thing it's supposed to look like. I mean,
Because the house has a blue roof instead of a brown one.
well, that's ridiculous. What house would have a blue roof?
Exactly.
That's just ridiculous.
Your view of art, it's just, it's mind.
I like art that looks like the things
Terrifying.
the art looks like.
Ugh,
That looks like a guy without an ear.
that looks like a starry night.
Yeah.
That looks like a melting guitar. These are the things that I like. Or a melting
Every
clock.
piece of art should
It's
go with
usually
an
a clock.
instruction
Yeah.
manual.
I wonder where you're going with the guitar.
I think I was getting mixed up with
Salvador Dali and clocks.
possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like a Spanish town that's been bombed to smithereens. That's your favorite, right?
Good ones.
Good art.
So
Good art always leaves you no choices, right?
like
good
Connect the
art is
Dots.
programmed.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the activity book.
Like an
That
IKEA
should be
instruction
nominated.
booklet.
I'm surprised the activity book's not in.
Coloring
actually.
book is in.
Why wouldn't it? Because the activity book would have like a word find,
And it would have a dot to dot,
connect the dot,
a dot to dot.
Spot the difference.
spot the difference.
They usually have
Yeah.
like a small crossword.
Yeah.
They'd
Or
have
like
some
a
coloring
jumble
pages.
that you can take
Right.
get multiple words
Yep.
from.
Yep.
Yeah, we should nominate activity books.
Activity book's not bad.
In fact, you know what? We should just have the Strong Museum should just let us put together the nominees for next year.
They should.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're not paying attention to us.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to. Yeah, it is hard to say.
I mean, we've been doing this for 5 years.
Yeah. I don't think anybody else has had the same level of commitment
No.
that we have. Name another pop culture vehicle that is so tuned into the Toy Hall of Fame.
I can't.
Who?
I said I can't.
Yeah. I guess. What is there to say then? Till next year,
Yeah.
when we'll do it all again.